Hello everyone, my name is Raju. I'm a nutritionist fitness consultant working for last 22 years. With my experience, I would like to present you one of the videos on interesting topic called intermittent fasting. Many people ask me to make this video, so I'm making this video so that it will be great blessing to you. So, is it intermittent fasting good or bad? This is the topic. So before that, let me introduce about myself. My name is Raju. I was a former district registrar, worked in the government of Andhra Pradesh as a group one officer for 10 years. Then I quit my job. I'm a nutritionist and fitness consultant and also personal wellness coach working for last 22 years. I did my MSc in zoology, Master of Science. I also have a lot of certifications, including advanced diploma in nutrition fitness and advanced clinical nutrition, Indian nutrition fitness, sports nutrition, exercise science, calisthenics, and I'm a marathon runner, CPR, AD certified, and also did Ironman and so on. What is intermittent fasting? Is a eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. So focusing on when to eat and rather than what to eat. So these are the main types of intermittent fasting, TRE and ADF. It's called time restricted eating, daily eating in the windows between 16 hours to 18 hours. So 18 hours is the eating pattern out of 24 hours. So 16 years is the fasting period. So out of 14 hours is the fasting period and 10 hours the eating window. So this is a time restricted eating. You will get more details in the time to follow now. And the second is alternate day fasting. Sometime one day you fast, some day you feast. Okay, alternate day between normal eating days and fasting days. And periodic fasting, extending fasting period, sometimes extend time. For example, in a week, 2 days of fasting and 5 days of feasting or eating. And extended feasting also, fasting also, like sometimes it will be beyond 24 hours. So metabolic switching from glucose to ketone metabolism during fasting period, that actually is the main mechanism by which the fasting benefits will come. So usually when you skip the meal or cut down the meal, naturally energy body takes the energy from the ketone bodies rather than the glucose bodies because there is no glucose coming up. So this is the usual pattern. Predominantly people eat in the 8 hours window period, the feed time, and fasting time is 16 hours of fasting period. These are the basic graphical representation of the fasting. Alternate day of fasting, you can see few days of fasting in the white column. And in the columns which you mentioned in the pink color or light yellow color or pinkish color, you can see this, thick pinkish color. You can see this food consumption window. Okay, so this alternate day fasting, sometimes 2 days of fasting in a week out of 7 days. That is 5 days of eating, normal eating, and 2 days of fasting. And time restricted eating, you can see the hours out of 24 hours. So 4 hours is the fasting period, and 12 hours is the fasting period. 4 hours is the feasting period or eating period. These are some of the examples, and also given a lot of variations also there. Sometimes, usually people eat in the daytime rather than nighttime. And 4 is to 3 diet means 3 days of fasting, but 4 days of regular eating, and 5 day fast and 10-day feast. So this also 5 days of eating after every 10 days of feasting or eating, regular eating. So again, I said about five to diet and 6 to 1 diet also means in a week, 1 day is the fasting and 6 days is the feasting or regular eating. And in this also 16:8 diet, if you see the timings, the first meal is 12 p.m. and the last meal is 4 p.m. So in a day, whole day, they are eating in the lunchtime 12 p.m. and no dinner. The dinner is supposed to be around 4 p.m. here. So there is only two meals in a whole day, that also 12 to 4 p.m. So this is in 8 hours of window they are eating and 16 hours is the fasting period. So this is a typical example of the intermittent fasting. And I already said you this is the yellow color is normal diet and blue color is fasting period in which also the calories will be restricted. So 500 to 600 calories is the very low calorie diet, right? They are taking. So similarly, this is like a graphically chart. Okay, you can see this time restricted eating and alternate day fasting. So there are a lot of modification in this classic alternate day fasting and modified alternate day fasting. In the time restricted eating also 16 is to 8 and 14 is to 10 method, 20 is to 4 method. Different kind of methods are there. What are the benefits? There are a lot of benefits are proven in the short-term studies, particularly in weight and metabolism wise. If we can see this, 4 to 10% of body weight reduction in a 4 to 24 weeks study, 24 weeks period. And also 0.75 kg of weekly weight loss with alternate day fasting, 0.25 kgs of weight loss with weekly weight loss with 5 to 2 diet, intermittent fasting pattern. The weight management benefits are good in the short period. Effective body weight reduction comparable to continuous calorie restriction. Continuous calorie restriction. Preservation of lean muscle mass also there when combined with resistance training. Reduction in visceral adipose tissue, improved body composition metrics, and also improvements in the metabolism point of view, particularly in terms of insulin sensitivity, improved HOMA insulin resistance scores and glucose tolerance, glucose control also there, and metabolic flexibility is also there because switching is there between the fuel sources. And there are proven benefits in cardiovascular health also. Good lipid profile improvements, particularly bad cholesterol came down, good cholesterol went up. Okay, triglycerides came down. Blood pressure improvements also there. Significant reduction in systolic blood pressure, improved endothelial function, enhanced vascular compliance. These are all good in terms of blood pressure benefits. And anti-inflammatory effects also good. For example, reduced IL-6 pro-inflammatory cytokines, lower TNF alpha tumor necrosis factor, decreased CRP, C-reactive protein levels markers, improved overall inflammatory profile. So all these are very good. Initial benefits are very good. There looks like very good for the heart. How it became good? Because the heart benefits likely resulted from improved weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, reduced oxidative stress, and enhanced autophagy processes. Autophagy, I'm going to tell you about a cleaning of the body. So these are looks like in the initial period, great. Okay, other health benefits also good. Autophagy and cellular health means activated autophagy pathways means cellular cleanup and renewal. Always, many bodies made up of organs, organs are made up of tissues, tissues are made up of cells. And cellular level, the cleanup is there and renewal. Every 100 days, for example, body blood cells will form, RBC will form, hair will form, and all the tissues will form, nails and skin, all the every cell will, new cell will come after death of the old cell. So enhanced mitochondrial function, so by which improved energy production is seen, reduced cellular senescence, which are helping in slower aging process. DNA repair mechanisms also good and because of enhanced genomic stability. They are good. Oxidative stress also very good. Improved antioxidant enzyme activity, reduced reactive oxygen species, enhanced cellular stress resistance. And in terms of brain also, it's very good neuroprotection, brain factors, BDNF factors increase, like brain-derived neurotrophic factors also good. Improvement is there. Neurogenesis, new brain cell formation also seen. Cognitive functions, particularly reference to memory improvement seen. Neuroprotective pathways against neurodegenerative disease also seen. And longevity markers also very good. Improved, increased SIRT1 activity, which is a lean longevity protein, you can see, and improved telomere maintenance. Telomere in the part of the chromosomal activity in the gene level, starting, genetic level. Enhance the stress response pathways also seen. So many benefits based on animal studies also in humans ongoing, is still going on. Now, with this, there initially good looks like great, but there are also common side effects and risks associated with the intermittent fasting. 68% experienced lethargy. Most of the people experienced lethargy. 61.3% reported headaches. 57.8% have mood swings, anger, gussa, irritation, all that. 55.8% experience dizziness. So there are physical side effects like hunger and cravings are people reported, particularly in the initial adaptation, headaches, fatigue and low energy, lightheadedness, bad breath, because of ketone, ketosis and estrogen production. Dehydration is noticed. Whereas there are some digestive and psychological issues also, like digestive issues, bloating, diarrhea, nausea, irritability, hungry. Hungry means hungry plus angry, both are there. Feelings during fasting, mood changes, anxiety, difficulty concentrating, sleep disturbances reported in 15% of participants, social challenges, particularly with the meal timing. In the family, they wanted to eat together. So some people say, I don't want to eat. So there are social issues also they came up. So these are some of the issues, but most of the side effects come in the initial periods greatly, but eventually with adaptation, they subside. But in the recent time, this is the most dangerous and most elaborate risk. There is the intermittent fasting and heart risk is reported in a recent study, a report in 2024 to 25 study details. The research is based on 20,000 participants and did follow for 8 years, a sufficient long period. Particularly with intermittent fasting is focused on most of the very predominant, very popular method, that is 8 hours to 12 hours fasting. Okay, so 8 hours period they eat and 12 hours is the fasting period. So that in that period, so this is the research made in which they found out 91 to 135% higher risk of cardiovascular death. This is a serious, dangerous issue. So particularly high risk groups, even existing heart disease people have the highest risk. Already have heart issues, so you should be very careful because they have the highest risk noticed in the study. Diabetic patients also, they got a very highest risk. Adults over 65, they have elevated risk. And hypertension, people who have elevated hypertension, high BP, hypertension, so they also have found out to be very, very high in risk of in this intermittent fasting. So you shouldn't do this. So potential mechanism why it happened, because of poor diet quality and circadian poor diet quality, the protein is missing and quality of nutrition is compromised. So number two, circadian disruptions, particularly the sleep patterns and biological patterns, exercise patterns, all disturbed. High animal protein, there is TMOs. This is also one of the reasons. Number four is lack of muscle mass. Muscle mass should not go down. Muscle mass is very important to maintain. I will elaborate a little while after now. So increased risk is 91 to 135%, particularly increased cardiovascular mortality and disease risk for particularly window of 80 hours of feasting and eating and 16 hours of fasting. A risk across all age groups is noticed. It's not just only for senior citizens, not for only elderly people. The risk is there for youngers, teenagers, and adults, everyone. So particularly heart health. So highest, even without prior disease also. If you have any disease also, risky for heart point of view. Even if you don't have any disease also, but still you have a risk of heart failure or heart death because of heart ailments because of intermittent fasting. So be careful. This is a recent, very, very recent. Of course, there are some improved benefits like LV functions or left ventricle function is good. Lower blood pressure. Some people reported good lower BP and weight loss also observed, but at what cost? So very important. So that is the reason why this is a recent article, recent research thing. It's a mega study, not small people, 20,000 adults, and as much as to 91 to 135% risk on the heart. Okay, higher CV mortality risk. So be careful. So that is the reason malnutrition is a major risk in this malnutrition. So people are not careful. They're only minding about the uh, that 8 hour period. When to eat is was the major part, but actually they're supposed to eat what to eat. What to eat is should be more. Nutrition quality is more, but they compromise there. Muscle mass should not be losing. If you do fasting, usually muscle loss will happen. And bone density reduction also noticed. So that's the reason why when you don't give proper micronutrients like calcium, silicon, boron, bone density will be compromised. So hormonal disruptions in particularly women, particularly in reproductive hormones, they're going up and down. So not just only weight loss is important, but also healthy weight reduction important. Eating disorders trigger. So for the people who have eating disorders, like a big no-no. Hypoglycemic people also Intermittent fasting is not good because the sugar going down. Increased LDL. Some people have this paradoxical cholesterol elevation in some cases. And gallstone formation also notice risk with rapid weight loss. When you suddenly lose weight, naturally gallstone formation will be more. Let me introduce about one concept called whenever you do fasting, not just intermittent fasting, any fasting, muscle loss will be there, noticed. So usually when you don't give proper protein, pro means first, T means nutrient. When there is no good protein supposed to be given all the day, throughout the day in all meals. Not just one day, not just Sunday chicken, every day it's supposed to be protein. I'm not telling only chicken, non-veg. You can eat vegetarian protein also, but every meal supposed to be filled with protein, but at least 20 to 30 grams in every meal. But unfortunately, when you don't give, particularly only look your focus is on low calorie, naturally there will be compromise on the protein and muscle quality. So particularly there are two kinds of muscle, skeletal muscle and smooth muscles particularly. The hard muscle comes under soft muscle or smooth muscles. So the skeletal muscles are little different. So hard muscle is the major soft muscle. So by which body takes the, supposed to be taking that muscle that when you are not giving protein. So naturally there will be pericardium that becomes weakened. Heart muscles gets weakened. Reported for many people who do fasting for longer. So fasting, that is why the people discourage, doctors discourage, nutrition discourage. Anything too much is bad. One here and there, okay, fasting. I also do fasting, but not too much. Okay, so fasting always give you muscle loss and bone loss. So many people they when you do 20 days, 30 days fasting, so the major breakdown will be heart. So that's what exactly seen in the study. So, who should avoid intermittent fasting? Absolutely no, no. Contraindications in a vulnerable population. Pregnant women, no. Breastfeeding mothers, no. Children and teenagers, no. Older adults, no. Immunocompromised individuals, no. Even medical condition like we have type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes, hypoglycemic disorders, and psychological contraindication like current eating disorders, history of eating disorders, like anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, risk of relapse, triggering of disorders, obsessive food behaviors. Some people worsen restrictive pattern and severe anxiety around the food. Some people have this anxiety around the food. So for them, strictly no, no for this thing of this intermittent fasting. Even neurological condition, people who have dementia, okay, even traumatic brain injury, seizures, disorders. So those people also strictly no. Okay, completely avoid intermittent fasting, and no need to tell about, no mention about medication. People, patients with medication because they require to eat in time, blood pressure medication, so they are required to be careful. So finally, coming to conclusions, intermittent fasting in the short period looks interesting because there is some cleaning up is happening because you are not overloading with calories and not overloading with so much of food. So that is the reason why fasting in a very subtle way, very simple way, in a spiritual way also many people do it. That's fine, but too much of anything is bad, and you should not do it in the longer period. That is not at all good. That actually end up in heart problems and lot of health challenges, particularly because of nutrition compromise. And not only nutrition, that also affects on the biological clock, circadian rhythms, and also it affects on the sleeping and other patterns. So a lot more research is needed. So when we say you wanted intermittent fasting, but you require to have proper guidelines. So far, no guidelines were coming out. So they require to tell, oh, this is the period of protein, this is the period, this is the time, this is the protein required, this is the vitamins required, minerals required. Otherwise, don't do. So those kind of nutrition guidelines are not there. So that way, people are doing according to their whims and fancies. That is why you can see so many variations, so many, come so many types. So that is the reason why, though there is little established benefits in the short period, but in long run, don't go for intermittent fasting. And a lot of critical concerns are there. Increased cardio, 91% to 130%. Increased cardiovascular mortality. So dangerous. So be careful. So follow a strict and balanced diet, and also proper take advice of coach. Why coach? Somebody required to monitor you. Keep tracking is very important. How much is the muscle mass going down? How much is the body fat going down? So these need to be tracked. So how much is the visceral fat going down? You need to focus on those visceral fat and body fat rather than on the just weight. body muscle mass has to go up, bone mass, bone density has to go up. So you need to be careful, and that's the reason why we always promote nutrition, balanced nutrition. That's where we are here. So instead of going for option one, regular tasty food, or cutting down that kind of tasty food, go for option two. Okay, this is a nutrition density shakes. So otherwise, recently I noticed even plastics in the sperm, plastics in the womb, plastics in the placenta of the womb, okay, mother's placenta. So plastics entered into everywhere. So from where these are coming? Residues are going everywhere, pesticides, because of wrong cultivation methods, wrong growing methods, wrong cooking methods, wrong storing methods, nutrition is compromised. We think our food is safe, but you see, even FSSAI coming out with a lot of warnings. They say water bottle, mineral water bottle is in a high risk zone. That's what they're saying. Go to FSSAI, then you understand. So a lot of we cannot trust our food. I'm not telling don't eat. I'm telling you beware. So currently those kind of situation we are in now. So I'm not telling don't eat. Be careful while you eating. At the same time, why not to go for a very thoroughly checked nutritional products like that of ours. Many Indians are treating artificial intelligence as a doctor, turning critically ill. So don't go by, always self suggested ways. We may not know. Sometimes we think we are good, we think we know everything, but we may not know unless somebody checks. So advice, counseling, mentoring is always good from seniors. So this is the doctor, this is scientist whom we admire. He has lot of certifications, lot of scientific journals. He is a guru in nutrition, human nutrition. He is also certified in so many. We can see his awards and degrees, and he's a most influential scientific minds and awarded Best Doctor America, several professor and scientific advisor. So many founding chief of division of clinical nutrition, UCLA Center for Human Nutrition founding director, and over 240 scientific papers published, all that. So we promote balanced nutrition. We don't promote shortcuts, in which we say carbs should also be there, but good carbs with fiber, complex carbs, with fiber at least 25 grams, and also exercise, and also hydration, and also every meal supposed to be with calories should be 30% calories should come from the protein, and rest also should be there, 7 to 8 hours good rest, and 30% of calories should come from the good fats, particularly omega-3 fats, and saturated fat will be less than 10%. So we always promote that. Not only macronutrients, but also micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, antioxidants also we promote. Those are very important micronutrients. So unfortunately, our diet is not balanced. When our diet itself is not balanced, when you cut down the food so-called we eat, that's also not normal food, balanced food. When you cut down, naturally there will be, when quantity goes down, naturally quality also goes down. So that's what actually happening. So naturally, you lose the muscle and bone. So which we shouldn't lose. We actually should lose the body fat and visceral fat. That is where we always test, we check, we track. Tracking is very important. That is the reason why we ensure all these things are coming out. In the long run, you should not be becoming ill health. Okay, you should always well balanced and should be well. Wellness should be there, not illness. So when you eat our normal food, so-called normal food is very high in calories. So in the quest of losing that calories, but the calories density should be less. No wonder. But nutrition density also should be there. When you lose that calories, but nutrition also lost. We shouldn't lose the nutrition values. We should increase actually. So nutrition density should be there, whereas calorie density should be less. That's what we promote. That's what everybody wanted. But genes will not change overnight. It takes years for the genes to change, 50,000 years for a small change in the gene evolutionary process. But our sedentary lifestyle, the lifestyle changed drastically, dramatically in last 20, 30 years. If you see, most of the people are in the gaming and on the phone and on the laptop. No time to eat, no time to cook. So Swiggy, Zomato, online orders, food is coming to the home. They don't have time to eat, time to cook. They're eating whatever is available, mulching, outside fooding is there, ready-made fast foods are coming up. This is the season, this is the reason. Okay. So this is what I'm telling you. Instead of going for theory, going for practical solution. This is a practical solution for practical problem. So this is simple to have, shake, simple to make, 5 10 minutes. and it's all nutrition density, low, easy on digestion, low in calorie, but high nutrition density. What scientists are promoting the food pyramid, the ideal plate, is there as it is. Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, is talking about why don't you rethink about the Indian thali? That's what we are here. It's like a thali. We're supposed to have that phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals and protein. Everything is there. I'm not telling don't eat our normal food. Try alongside. That also we promote. But many people don't understand this jargon, calories, nutrition density, low calorie, VLCD, LCD, and RDA. They don't understand what is RDA, how much is required as in a meal, how to calculate that RDA, recommended daily dietary allowances. So that's the reason why we promote, we track, we keep mentoring them, coaching them. So that is the reason why we give that program. Much breakfast, lunch, dinner, and every 3 hours window, there should be some kind of meal or snack. Every 3 hours, not 8 hour longer. Longer hours is the problem. That's what the research finding. So every 3 hours is safe. But low in calories, full of energy, full of nourishment and nutrition. So it's like a paradigm shift. It's like a 5G phone you have, but you don't have the 5G food. You are still eating the 1G food. This is like a smart food for smart work. 5G food when the during the 5G times. So because we keep track of this all this through bioelectrical impedance analyzer BI method, so through light current passing and it detects the where is the body fat insulator and blood conductor and all that. So we understand clearly where what is going, where which one is being lost. Is muscle is lost or bone is lost or protein is lost or fat is lost? What is being lost? So we keep track of all this nutritional density and also muscle and bone. So this is simple and easy to understand. And this we are operating 95 countries, working for last 45 years. And there are 3 lakh internal tests are conducted every year. So our food is not tested, but whereas here this food is tested. Everything is nutrition is tested. And we have 300 plus staff scientists with PhDs, 300 PhDs, 19 laboratories which are to keep tracking. So we also have a lot of accreditations and certification across the world, 95 countries. So now you can trust us. We are a global brand and we comply with all Indian and international government laws. So we are into this field for last 22 years. And I was a government officer. You can see me there in the specs. So is a gazetted officer post. I selected and qualified as a group 1 officer. Then I also worked there assistant, IG assistant, inspector general of relations, stamps that white shirt. So morning I go and come back by night. I also worked as a district registrar in several districts like Khammam, Nalgonda and Vijayawada and a field officer. Then I used to be busy morning. I go and come back by night. So that is the reason why my wife wanted to do something. She's a housewife. She tried on herself first before recommending to anyone. So she tried, she got a fantastic results. You can see the pictures. And after she getting results, she given to me. I also tried on myself. You can see the wonderful transformation in me. And this is me before and after. My wife you saw before and after. When we started getting wonderful results, fantastic results, we started recommending to many people. And you can see my age right now is 55 years I am, and my wife age is 48 years. We are looking much, much healthier and younger and strong because we do exercise, we promote what we do. We preach what we practice. So not only me, but also with children also we do part of this nutrition and fitness. I do full marathon running 42 kilometers and I did recently even Goa Ironman along with my children. So you can see me, whatever I'm doing, and with heart I'm doing, they'll say. So you can see me there, not only me changing, but also helping my family changing and also helping society to change. This is what we do. We teach people, we touch the people's lives through health and good nutrition. So if you like this video, please share because sharing is caring. Don't keep to yourself. Okay. So to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through Instagram, Facebook, website, YouTube, and email. Phone numbers are given. You can be in touch with me. Not only you getting changed, but also help your family to be changed. Your family is very precious. So whenever you like it, please share this video to your friends and family members and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your attention. And if this video comes through you, me, please call me. If this video comes to other one, please call them, not me. So please talk to them. They will be in touch with you. And thank you for your attention. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Tata, see you. Bye bye.